How's your syrup game? I'm just going to go through all the stereotypes.
I ate maple syrup today.
I knew it.
I don't usually.
Waffles
I'm
or
not
pancakes?
a sweets person.
Or just right out of the bottle?
Bitch, French toast.
Oh.
Do I look like a pancakes person?
Universe's got a sense of humor. Moment you take yourself too seriously, it reminds you you're just a monkey in pants pretending to understand infinity. This is Conversations with folks who've been humbled enough by practice to laugh at themselves. Who know that spiritual growth and spiritual ego are two sides of the same coin. Welcome to the Unqualified Yogi podcast, where we take the practice seriously, but ourselves not so much. Or maybe we take ourselves too seriously and the practice not enough. Hard to tell from down here on the mat, face first in humble pie.
I've actually never had humble pie. What is it?
I don't know.
You don't know either?
No.
I don't know who's
You had minced
recording
meat
these.
pie?
No, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it does.
I'm super excited. I have two of my all-time favorite yoga teachers sitting down, getting ready to say stuff that I'm going to publish.
Whether or not you want me to.
Yes, Regan Tucker, my
That's me.
maybe second favorite Canadian.
Wayne Gretzky is your first.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got it. It's every
Right off the
Canadian's
bat.
first.
I was a joke, but I mean,
Who's your favorite
He's like
Canadian?
our god.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
first thing that comes to mind is John Candy because
Yeah.
why not? My mom, you know.
Doesn't count.
Okay, cool.
Outside of your family.
True. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going John Candy.
Okay. What was it about John Candy that you love so much?
I think there's a documentary that just came out about him.
I saw
that
it.
was on my mind.
Watched
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. And? Yeah.
Tears.
I think he just is one of those people that isn't on this planet for too long because he's that special.
He's complicated, as we all are. But because he had the role, like we knew him in one way, and then to hear about his life, it just he's relatable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I have to watch it now.
yeah.
So
Do you
where?
hate John Candy? Is that what you're saying?
No, I love John Candy. Who would hate John Candy?
True.
Right.
True.
You know?
My uncle was his music teacher, I'm just saying.
Oh, I love that.
I didn't know he played music.
In high school.
Oh, what did he play?
I don't know.
The kazoo?
Maybe. I should probably know more. I'm just going to leave that as my claim to fame.
That's all right.
So
It
when
was his
did
high school
you
music
leave Canada?
I was 6.
Okay.
I was little.
Okay.
So,
So you're basically American.
but I have my dual citizenship.
Ooh. Which passport do you like to pull out more?
I only have an American one.
Oh, yeah. Did you have to surrender the other one?
I don't think I had one because I was only 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Things
that's
were
right.
different.
Could you get one now?
Yeah.
Are you Gunta?
Gunta?
Yeah.
I was like, do I let that slide?
No.
Gunta.
Gunta.
It's Finnish for Finda.
Learn something new. I should look into it. Why not?
'Cause-
Let's have it.
We're not going there,
Yeah.
Gary.
Yep. I almost did. Yeah.
I knew where you were going, and I've been biting my tongue for like 5 seconds. So
This is not a political podcast.
we're not talking.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's just nice to have
can
options.
you take people to Canada with you?
Yeah. I should get my kids citizenship and just get it going.
How's your syrup game? I'm just going to go through all the
I
stereotypes.
ate maple syrup today.
I knew it.
I don't usually.
Waffles
I'm
or
not
pancakes?
a sweets person.
Or just right out of the bottle?
Bitch, French toast.
Oh.
Do I look like a pancakes person? I'm just kidding. I was just trying to be fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love French toast. Homemade?
Yeah.
What kind of bread you using?
Challah.
Challah. All right. Challah.
Okay.
Is that the CHALLAH? All right.
Or, that or
It's
like a
fun to
brioche
say.
makes a good,
Yeah.
good
Yes.
French toast. So that's what I went with today. That's what I was feeling. Just my Canadian roots. It's just the maple syrup. It's my blood.
All right.
Yeah.
I had a sandwich from Starbucks.
See?
What was it?
The sausage and cheddar with cheese.
Yeah. It's a classic.
Did you burn your mouth on it when it first came out of the bag?
No, I had to wait because
Those
I had
things
to
get
run some
hot.
other errands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things get really hot.
So have you guys been to Canada?
No, we were talking about that before.
Only in
Neither
the
of us.
airports, never stepped out, which is weird considering
How much you've traveled.
How much I've traveled.
Yeah.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a good invite. When's the last time you were there?
My family lives in New York, and they're very close to the border. So anytime we visit in the summer, we usually go over. So last summer we went to Toronto, and I got to take the kids there, and that was really cool because that's where I grew up, and it was really neat. So my husband and son went to a football game. I took my daughter to a concert, and like they fell in love with it. And I wish we could have stayed longer. So got to go back.
Do you call it the Six?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't know that reference.
It was made popular by Drake, who's Canadian and from Toronto.
Yeah.
Degrassi.
The Six. Yeah.
The Degrassi days.
Yeah.
He was in a wheelchair. I mean, you should really catch up. It's classic TV.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Syrup, then ketchup.
Okay.
Together.
See what
Syrup
he did there?
and ketchup. I
And
see
then
that.
they're
did
pretty
there.
good. They're pretty good.
Well,
Yeah.
we're here to hear more about the yoga,
Not Drake?
not Drake.
Okay.
And it's Regan.
It is.
Yes. When I got here, I was like, Regan. And he's like, Regan.
I thought
I'm glad.
I thought it was Reagan for like the first month of taking her classes until someone said her name. I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't meet her.
I have
Say
called
her name.
students by their wrong name for a long time, and they did not correct me. And then I heard somebody else say something. I'm like, has it been 3 years I've been calling you the wrong name? They're like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, yeah, it is. Tell me.
That's kind of how I feel because I get called the opposite name
Yeah.
half the time. And so a lot of times I just phase it out. And so I don't hear it. It doesn't affect me. And
Yeah.
it's hard because it's Regan. So it's not Regan, Rea, but it doesn't have that Ree.
Yep.
You know? So I like to tell people Regan like vegan, and hopefully
That sticks.
sticks. Yeah.
Well, and whenever people have called me by, people like to take it upon themselves to call me Roxy, which I don't. I don't personally like to be called Roxy. It's a great name, but it's not for me. And people will say it, and then I'll say, I prefer Roxanne.
Yeah.
Or Rox. I'm fine with Rox. But Roxanne. And people will say, oh my gosh, they'll call me Roxy again. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, I've been called worse. You know, whatever you need to do.
But it hurts just a little
A
bit.
little bit.
I get that. When we chose kids' names, we tried to think of ones that wouldn't get nicknamed automatically. Yeah, we chose Madeline and and people call her
Maddie.
Maddie left and right. But she goes by Madeline. We call her that. And, you know, my son is Bennett and you can, but for the most part.
My son is Ben. Yeah, he's Benjamin. And when we had him, I thought Benjamin. He was going to go by Benjamin.
I loved the name Benjamin.
But it's since been Ben.
It's since been
But now he goes by Benford in
What?
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Did he consider Benihana?
No, Benford.
Benford. Where did this come from? Did you talk?
I don't
ask
know.
him about it?
No, I don't know where it came from.
Does he make you call him that?
No, he doesn't make.
Does he be,
Nobody makes me do anything, Gary.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Stick it to him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I mean, I just have heard his partner calls him Benford. I've heard, when they're talking about friends, it's Benford. And so
Seems like it was an inside joke that just stuck.
he was the second, and my second child, and my first was Morgan, who's now Mo. She goes by Mo. But because we were doing Benjamin, she kept calling him Benjaminin. And so that was what we called him for a long time, was
Yeah.
Benjaminin. And then it was just Benja. And
I like that.
anyway.
Aw.
So anyway, names. And here we are, yoga. Back to circling. This is how this podcast goes. Welcome.
It's a lot of nonsense.
A lot of nonsense.
So-
Yeah. We're going to end out outfield.
Yeah.
I learned something crazy on Sunday. Do you guys want to hear it?
I would love it.
You actually have two hearts. You know what your second heart is? Calf muscle. You ever heard of this, Regan?
Never heard of it. Nope. News to me.
So this was something I learned. Regan teaches a class. One of my favorite classes every week. Sunday
told me
morning.
about it.
Soulful Sunday. I look forward to it, and it really makes me prevent a lot of decisions from Saturday night, so I can make sure I attend Sunday
Speaks
morning
very
at
highly of
10
in
a.m.
class, yeah.
And I learned that your calf muscle is your second heart.
That is often referred to as your second heart because of just its function, how it circulates, pumps the blood back to the heart. So it's very important.
Did not know that.
So it was like a calf themed flow.
Did you do shin over calf smashing on both sides?
Sure did.
I had a teacher that told me once, like, if you bring one over the other, you're like detoxifying a liver. And if you do the other over the other, you're detoxifying.
Right,
That's
right,
probably
right,
not what I use, but interesting.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly that, but it was like self-massage. We were in like almost like a Shiva squat with knee and then up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah.
Okay.
It was fun. Yeah. Second heart. We're just, don't worry about that it's 100 degrees right now. There's 50 people. You're just strengthening your heart.
And this is Soulful Sundays at True Fusion.
In Clayton.
What time?
10 a.m. It's 75 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
So it's, y'all get through it. Y'all do some work.
Yeah, it's great. It's very clear that you put a lot of energy into the planning of that. Walk me through that process. Like, how do you approach every Soulful Sunday? Because they're all so different.
They are. And I think that is a big part of it. I really respect people coming to class and I want to offer something different, but I also need it to be authentic to me. I don't want to copycat anything or think of just something if it doesn't
resonate.
If I don't connect with it, because then I feel like that's not going to shine through. And so in the 5 years I've been teaching it, I don't think I've ever, what's the word when you duplicate a theme? Yeah. And that's tricky to do, because how can I not duplicate, for quick math, 250 classes, still keeping it authentic? Definitely themes come in and out. We're going to talk philosophy, so the yamas and niyamas are going to pop in a bunch, different parts of it, but like the whole of it feels different. So it's usually just throughout the week. I read a lot, I look at a lot, I watch a lot, and wait for something that sparks. And when it does, go, okay, how can I connect that to something real life happening right now in the news, but I'd never say it about the news. Like it was about talking and how different forms of discourse. So it was talking about the news, but I didn't say it that way. So here's like a cool concept. And then how can I connect it to something that's going on right now or something that I'm going through, but I don't talk about me. It's just, and that's kind of and then how can I connect that to a physical expression? Sometimes the physical expression isn't really connected. It doesn't have to mirror it. Yeah. It just makes sense in a certain way.
Embodied expression of whatever the sensation you're wanting your students to feel.
Exactly.
Do you, when you come up with these, do you write them down so that you're like when you say you haven't duplicated a theme, do you know that because you saved all of them?
Yes, I have saved all of them. When I started teaching, I wrote down a lot of my classes, and then as time moves on, that didn't need to happen anymore. But for Soulful, I want that. I want it written down, because I'm also kind of brainstorming or journaling and figuring out, lots of question marks to start. Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? And then it starts to like all fade away, and you figure out what the heart of it is, and that's what it is. And then what's my physical sequence for that? What's this? What's that? And then just a lot of research. So they're all written down, but also I think I just remember. And I'm sure I've repeated some stuff, but not like full on as the heart. Okay, today we're talking about this again for the 100th time. That's what I want to stay away from.
Yeah.
Handwritten or typed out? Handwritten.
You never see my little notebook up front? My little space there?
I can't say that I have, actually.
That's good. You're doing your own thing.
I never see you referencing anything, and it feels like you are. And that's a compliment, because it feels like you have this incredible sequence memorized, and you almost, I don't think you've ever really messed up and been like, oh, where am I at? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Which is super impressive.
Few and far between, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's all handwritten. I have certain styles of notebooks that I like, and I probably have a dozen that are, tucked away, and, I'm on my new one. And do you write down classes?
Sometimes. Brainstorming. Yes. Definitely. And mine I often actually do the other way, is that I will notice what I'm feeling in my I make it all about me.
Yeah.
Surprise.
No.
But no, I notice what I'm feeling in my body, because everything comes from my practice.
Yeah.
So in my practice, I notice what felt good for me, what I need. I think that we all kind of, it's colder, we're crunched up a lot more, we're hunched up a bunch more. So mine start more physical, and then the rest of it kind of comes more from the sensation that I feel from it, and that comes around that. So they're written down, but I don't bring a notebook to class or anything like that. I'll sometimes put it on my phone. If it's like a particularly goofy sequence, I'll put it on my phone and reference it. But for the most part, it's just all up in here. But unlike what you said, I screwed up a lot.
Do you burn those notebooks too?
You know what? They're not so much notebooks as it is just scrap paper.
Just a pile of scrap paper?
Where
do you keep it in your house?
I throw it. No, I mean, I
It's just scattered around?
No, I throw it away. It's like notes.
Where are they?
Where are they?
I would like to see them.
Well,
In my back pocket.
In the first episode, I found out Roxanne journals a lot, writes a lot down.
You journal?
A lot.
No.
And she burns them. Just gone.
Cathartic.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I recommend journaling a lot, especially, just talking to different students and what they need and what they're going through. It's always a good idea. Do I do it? No.
Yeah.
In here.
Yes.
It's a big old journal in here.
This, for me, is a mess.
We got to get it out.
I got to get it out.
We got to get it out.
And then I can get it out. And not that it like gets completely out of here, but I get it out and some of it I'm able to leave on the paper. And then I don't find myself.
Oh, yeah. Things make sense when you start to write them down.
Well, and I don't even do it to figure anything out. It's more of a dump than anything else. Yeah.
Right, Gary?
Yeah.
Gary doesn't journal.
Listen, I would love to.
Dump.
That
was your cue.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
You know how many journals?
He's so mature. He's so mature.
Do you know how many journals I've bought? Listen, I want a journal. I buy one, I get all excited, and I never write anything down.
Yeah.
What about like an organizer or a planner? Do you use those? Or is everything digital, I would assume, for you?
It's digital.
Yeah.
I've tried writing it down, but they're just like my keys. I don't know where they're at.
Where are your vision boards?
Digital. Yeah, all digital.
Do you create?
Miro. You ever heard of Miro?
No.
It's the most magical software of all time. Yeah, I'll like create these crazy vision boards that basically if like you could have an entire journal, they have like the equivalent of like sticky notes. You can create charts, you can draw, you can embed videos and just create this massive that you can zoom all the way in on or all the way out on. And there's no latency of like, oh, you can't see it because it's, totally digital.
So if I would say to you, like that, I don't feel like would work for me. On looking at something on a screen, like when books, Kindles, and people started reading, I just don't comprehend the same as, and he's made fun of me, I still print shit off to read.
It's admiration, not making fun of.
Okay.
They're two different,
Well, but I mean, I guess my question that I'm trying to ask is, do you feel like me saying I don't really comprehend or internalize things that are digital? Is that a cop-out, like a story I'm telling myself, or is that a real thing?
No, not at all. There's just different ways for us to retain information, and so it's just learning. So some people are visual learners, which is why I started my last company. I can't really look at a book and go through it and then be like, oh, I got this. But if I see you do something, I just need to watch you and I can replicate it.
Yeah, I'm very much a story. I want to hear people tell stories. I want them to share their experience. That's how I learn for sure.
Yeah.
There's a test that you can take. I just did this with my kids, figuring out what style learner you are. And it breaks it down almost like, have you ever done like Myers-Briggs where you get like, so it breaks it all down into I think it is like a Myers-Briggs letter system and what percentage you are this and this and this. I wouldn't be surprised if you're like all the way over on
one side.
Yeah, especially just how you learn, how you retain. Like I feel like I have a good visual memory. Listening, no. A friend and I, we have a book club together. She lives across the country. She gets audiobooks. I read real books. I could not imagine listening to an audiobook. That's no judgment on those that do.
Yeah.
But I need
Interesting.
a real book.
Yeah. Now, digital reading like on a iPad or whatever. No. Book, better. But sometimes I'll have gone through 3 pages and been like, oh, wait a minute. I haven't been here.
Yeah,
I've been in my head.
I
left. I need to go back and reread. But listening to a book, I mean, I probably, I mean, I'm not retaining, but I wouldn't retain it reading it anyway. I just kind of absorb
Well, not
it.
with that attitude.
Wow.
Well, see.
Now that story you're telling yourself.
It is. Yeah.
Or check your ego.
That's right. I do constantly.
Like in high school, reading wise, did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Because this was before.
Because I do like reading.
Yeah.
But I also, same thing, I read and I'm not trying to retain the facts of what I'm reading. I'm absorbing it. I'm going through it all and seeing what sticks. And, you know, we retain a lot more than we think we do anyway. So I know a lot of stuff that I don't know where I know it from.
Yep.
Which means I made it up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Or past lives. I mean, aliens.
There you go. And that's right.
All the
of
things.
those things.
Tell me about your beliefs on aliens.
We'll get there. That reminds me of Telepathy Tapes. Because did you ever?
Holy cow.
Okay.
Talk about a brain buster.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So it's this podcast that came out, or she started recording it and then it turned into a podcast, but essentially people with autism. And I think it was more
nonverbal autistic children.
Yeah. Communicate non-verbally and all hang out. I'm going to sum it up. All hang out on something called The Hill, which people all around the world go to and they talk with one another. I'm not doing the story a lot of justice, so let me add some more. Let me add some more. I'm doing great. So this lady basically started seeing all this evidence over the years and started looking at all of these different kids that would communicate and basically like would be mind readers of their parents or their teachers, and then certain teachers all throughout the years would start to kind of report this, but it kind of got suppressed by a lot of different people, and science kind of suppressed it all over the world. This was happening like independently and people didn't know about it, but there was all these reports. So this podcast is the culmination of kind of the collection of these stories that are retold, but she also then goes on this investigation and gets like real scientific, I guess, doctors to come in and actually redo the tests. And they are basically testing these kids, and like their parents are in the other room, controlled environment. They're filming the kids, and it's like a deck of cards, for example, like pick a card, and the mom or dad is like picking a card over and over and over, and it's 99% accurate. This kid is just saying,
They
I
can
know what you're
see
saying.
what the mom, it's usually with
It's
their mom.
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it changed my perspective on the possibilities of things. Because you guys are talking about aliens, you know, what is it, what isn't it? And I think whatever it is, it's so, I don't even know if our brains can comprehend what it is. But it's different level. And if we're all over here, they're hovering up here.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that we're all capable of.
Yes.
We just have to get out of the way,
And
probably.
We scientifically believe it in other ways. Like, have you ever been in a crowded room and you know that somebody is staring at you and you turn around
And you feel it.
and there's a name for that, and science backs that up. They call it something, so they believe it.
Creeper, I think.
I think that's a Gary. I think that person's pulling a no consent Gary.
That was my college nickname.
Shocking. Sorry. I kid. But yeah, so there's a name for it. We believe it in other ways, but not in this. Like, this is so woo-woo, yet.
No.
Yeah. So it's really,
I believe it.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know so much about aliens, but I know about that. And it's kind of like what we all kind of talk about in yoga, and just this like what we can tap into, what energy is. We're always talking about energy, and it's just a very heightened form of this kind of awareness. But the stories in there are really cool.
I love that.
I can't remember I don't want to give anything away, but yeah.
I'm going to look it up.
So I wasn't able to get a sponsor for this podcast, but I have fun facts.
Perfect.
Pick a number between 1 and 4, one of you.
You go. You're the guest.
1.
1. Okay, here we go. This is today's fun fact.
Yes.
Did you know that the concept of November 11th or 1111 being a spiritual portal was invented in the 1990s? The idea was popularized by New Age author Solara in her 1992 book 1111 Inside the Doorway. She claimed to receive channeled messages that 1111 was a doorway or portal between dimensions. Before this book, November 11th was known primarily as Armistice Day or Veterans Day, commemorating the end of World War I in 1918. The spiritual significance of 1111 is less than 35 years old and originated from one person's claimed channeled messages, not from any ancient tradition. Sounds unqualified, and we love it.
Yeah. I love that.
Are you guys into the 1111 portal, which is today?
I was just going to say, I don't even know what is today,
All
the
I know
11th.
is like 1111 make a wish.
Yeah.
That's what I, always hear.
That too.
1111.
But apparently,
It's a portal.
there's a lot of, I don't know. I'm not an expert on it, but I see it every day or every year on the 11th. A lot of stuff on Instagram.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm not really into it. I was hoping one of you would be like, oh, it's the portal. It's the portal. It's some portal into some other.
I mean,
existence.
we do, but we just can't tell you about it.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, I
Yeah.
see.
So,
we have to act like, I don't know.
We had to swear.
That's so
you
weird.
close the door on the portal. I see
Not
what's
for
going.
you
I see
civ-
what's going
not
on
for you
here.
civilians.
Let's see what's going on here. All right.
11 is my favorite number, though.
Really?
Yeah. I don't, maybe because I know that intuitively.
That was a lovely fun fact, though.
That
Thank
was
you.
great.
Who
Thank
needs
you.
a sponsorship when you have that?
Listen, I was calling a lot. I was selling all week. No one wanted to hop on board.
So we've got fun facts today and stuff.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'd mix it up.
So tell me when you started doing yoga.
Yeah.
How about that? When did you start practicing
Okay, so I started
or doing or
practicing-
whatever it was at first?
Right. Okay. It was my senior year of high school.
Okay.
So we're talking the year 2001 for everybody. And my mom had passed away right before my senior year. And so I was obviously
Going
not in
through
a great
it.
place.
Yeah.
And her friend actually came out to visit. This was when I was living in Vegas. And she said, let's go to a yoga class. It's like, okay, sure. And it was the first time in a long time that I felt at home. I think you don't realize how sick you are or how grieving you are until it pauses for a moment, And it was instant. It was absolutely instant. It sounds a little corny. They say you don't choose yoga. Yoga chooses you. But I feel like that really makes sense. And that was it for me. I was hooked. And I started, I kept going. Sorry, I keep shaking the table. I kept practicing, and I found a studio that I loved and went all the time. It was my therapy. It was my release. It was my way to connect with whatever the hell I was going through that I had no words for.
What style of yoga was it?
It was vinyasa.
Okay.
And the studio owner just, I think, noticed my dedication, and she connected with me, and she asked if I had any interest in teaching, and I said, sure. And so I started teaching around then. She kind of taught me the sequence. So I wasn't certified. This is back in the day. And it was just teaching, and then eventually did get certified there. But again, back in the day, so this was just a 40-hour kind of certification, and I taught for a while. So this was 2003 now, and taught for a while there, and then life just changed. And around that time, graduated college, met my soon-to-be husband, got married, and just wanted to start family life. Why the two didn't coincide? Just didn't at that time. So I kind of stopped teaching. It faded away before that. And so stopped teaching, but also I felt that's what it was. Oh, now I remember. I felt like I wasn't ready to teach. I stopped being a student.
Oh, yeah.
and was just teaching nonstop, and it didn't feel right. You know?
I think a lot of teachers fall into that, especially when you're trying to pull it off as a full-time job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a struggle. Like, it's very common.
Yeah.
So for two big reasons. I just felt like maybe I jumped into it. I wasn't ready yet. I didn't feel like I was in the right place with it. And, hated that I lost being a student. And so kept going on my merry way, kept going with life. And yoga was always there as a practice for me. And, we went through lots of ups and downs and moves, and got to St. Louis and continued with life as it does, ups and downs, and worked in the restaurant world for a long time, and finally decided, okay, when the kids are in school full time, that's when I'll go back. And because that was, we made the kids our priority. We worked opposite schedules. So he worked during the day, I worked at night, so that we were always watching them. Didn't put them in daycare. We're lucky enough, or that was the choice that we made. And so finally, the year my son started kindergarten, I was like, yes,
I'm going to start teaching.
This is it. Finally. So we're talking like, again with the math, 14 years, 15 years in between.
Yeah.
And so then I signed up for teacher training at the end of 2019. And so we started right in January and went through January, February, March.
Here in St. Louis? What teacher training did you do?
It was through True Fusion.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I heard you mention Julie Funke before. She was one of the instructors.
Oh, yeah.
So I had 4 wonderful...
Are you in Clayton? Mm-hmm. Okay.
4 wonderful teachers, and she was one of them. And so that we graduated teacher training...
She is missed.
...a week before the pandemic started.
You had 4 teachers in your YTT class teaching?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So missed. Yeah.
What a gift.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. So I'm now training new teachers on the sequence that she trained us.
Okay.
And so even today, I pulled up YouTube and I was like, all right, we're watching Julie.
Yeah.
And we watched Julie because I want to listen to her voice.
Yeah.
I want to hear her teach. I want to hear her cues. I just, here's one of the greatest resources you can have with that. Take that. Watch that.
Is she no longer teaching?
She's passed away.
Oh.
And a second teacher in that teacher training also passed away. Did you ever know Lindsay Mallers?
No.
So we also lost her.
Wow. What a loss for True Fusion.
Brutal.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Thanks. Woo. Yeah. But, we were in that room today where I graduated, and I was going to show her the pictures of just our little ceremony with, and it's, but keep that memory going and keep that,
and she does live on through, obviously, your teachings, and she was very influential in my as well. So she's still present.
A lot of people had a hard time going back into that room, into Soul, because it was such a connection. And I know people that still haven't gone back into that room. Wow. So when you enter the room, there's a mural of somebody doing side crow on the wall on the outside. That's her.
Okay.
That's Julie. Aww. Yeah. Her sister Marianne teaches with us, and they have the same exact voice, which is crazy to hear her talk. But so we graduated, and then a week later, pandemic started.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Here I am waiting 15 years to get back in, and the universe is like, oh yeah, girl, hold on, because that was really what the universe was worried about me. Right. So that was a whole big thing. Getting back where you were teaching at that time.
That was for me. I actually was I was still teaching, but I was taking a bit of a hiatus as teaching as much. I had owned a studio that I sold in January of 2020.
Yep.
And I continued to teach some online. I think I had maybe a class a week online, or maybe 2 a week. That was not my jam. Yeah. I did not enjoy that.
Yeah.
So I was not teaching a ton during COVID. That was it. Yeah. No.
Yeah. But you eventually made your way back.
Yes. So I got into real estate, and I did real estate from 2019, and then I got out of it in like 22.
Okay.
And came back to teaching.
Nice.
Left real estate and came back to teaching again.
So you're full swing teaching since then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many a week do you teach?
It varies. I think regular classes right now, I think last I counted was 9. I think I have. Mm-hmm. And then I have one private that I've had. He was my first private I've ever had. And I was telling Gary before, there was a period where I taught just as many privates as I did public classes. Mm-hmm. And I've I have gotten rid of that, and I just do public classes now.
Interesting.
I'll do a private, like one-off, or like an event or a party or something fun like that. But the repetitive once a week or twice a week, it didn't bring me the joy that public teaching does.
I get that.
So, yeah. So how many do you have a week?
6.
Okay.
6, but I usually sub.
I sub a lot too. Yeah, that's why I say it varies.
Yeah. I think that's a nice number. There are some people that are like, I'm 14, 16, 17 a week, and it's a lot.
If I feel like I can handle a schedule of 12.
Okay.
I feel like that's kind of my number.
Yeah.
But I choose to add those as subs.
Yeah.
So I have this many regular, and if I'm having, like right now, our last podcast, I shared I lost a pet that was like my life partner.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I'm in a rougher time. I'm not gonna. I mean, I did sub twice this week, but so far, but it wouldn't be a time where I'm gonna pick up a ton of extra classes.
Sure.
So I like the flexibility in the subbing.
Yeah. So do you take classes over there too?
Yes. Yep.
Interesting.
Lifetime there and True Fusion.
I didn't even know Lifetime too.
Yep.
What do you take over there?
I'm honestly there mostly for the steam room, doing my own yoga, meditation in there. But if I do, it'll just be like I don't even remember what they call them, but it's like hot in the morning sometimes. Just to like get into a different environment. I'm big on just going to different spaces. And I think that just motivates me to like keep it going, especially after last year, just doing a grueling as many yoga classes as I can.
What was it that you did? Like 100? What was the goal?
The goal is 250.
Yeah. 250.
I got to like 280, I think.
Jeez. What'd you learn? Tell us.
I learned that doing that many classes will give you something called yoga shoulder. And prevent you from doing yoga for several months until you fix. And that's why I joined Lifetime, is to.
Yeah. Was it like under your scapula?
Yeah, like going like right through downward dog. It would, like my right shoulder would just give out. And then also my wrist. I broke my hand like 6 years ago, and like that started coming back and hurting. And I got these like cool little, you stick all your fingers in and you go outwards like this. So I had to like strengthen like all the muscles that I'm not using.
Yeah.
And like it went away. It took a couple months, but it finally went away. I ignored it for a few months, but
that's good. So many people
out.
Have to do something, get shots or little procedures or whatnot.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So excess, not great.
Excess, not great. If I would have been lifting weights though, it probably would have been fine.
Interesting.
That's something that I do you lift weights?
I do not.
No, I don't
kettlebell I like a lot. So like I try to find a balance. I ran for a long time. I did this, but yeah.
Did you like running?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Nobody likes running.
No. I mean, I liked the benefits.
Yeah.
I started running because I hated it. And my mind was like, girl, this is pre-yoga. I think, no, right around the same time. I was like, if you hate it so much, it's probably really good for you to do. Like, get outside of your comfort zone, do something that you really don't like. And so that was as like a challenge, as like an endurance challenge. And I think in theory, it does make sense. We all get stuck in our own paths.
You get a little uncomfortable.
Or I'm only in the yoga room. I'm never in this. I'm only, we want to find that balance of strength training, of doing other things, of even like practicing yin yoga. If you're very much used to vinyasa, like slow down, get outside of the comfort zone, do something that's hard for you. So that's why I started it. And I did it for a long time. I ran on and off, but like 6 miles was my marathon. Running 6 miles to me, that was like, whew.
Yeah.
3 miles is a good that felt like a marathon even.
Is that a 10K, 6? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you still run?
No, and I didn't intentionally choose. It just kind of like tapered off.
Yeah.
It just stopped feeling the good that I felt of it. Stopped.
Yeah.
And the more like wear and tear that I felt
Was more
the
prevalent.
negatives were outweighing the positives. I mean, the cardiovascular benefits, wonderful. The mental release, lovely. But yeah.
Did you find it jacked you up?
Good time for a soundbite. Go.
Yes. Jack you up. Sounds wrong. Yeah, I don't even know where to go with that.
Yeah.
But you ran? You run or do you run?
No, I don't anymore.
Why not?
Because I don't like to get jacked up. But I walk a lot, and I was on a walk. This was like a month ago probably. And, I was 35 minutes into my walk and I'm like, I want to run, which doesn't strike me very often. And so I started running and then I kept running. And then I was hurt for like a week and a half.
Like Forrest Gump. And I kept running.
Yep.
But it hurt. Like,
Yeah.
it hurt.
Like shin splints hurt afterwards?
I did something in my hip.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, because I went a little too hard.
Yeah. Is that a tendency?
Yeah.
Not to get too deep.
It is.
Not to
Yeah.
cry.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a practice for me. Yes.
How long ago was this?
It was like a month ago. Yeah.
Do
You
you
want to
run?
go to Mexico and get stem cells? Fix it
told,
right up?
You told me about this.
Let's do it.
Right.
I don't even know what I'd go for. Be like, just give them all to me.
Yeah.
Jack me up.
Jack me up.
Apparently, a lot of people going down there. Have you heard about this?
No.
Stem cells. Basically cures everything.
Tell us all about
Yeah,
it.
for anything.
I don't know that much about it, but basically, if you're injured, you've got a few options: surgery, ignoring it, stem cells in Mexico or like Costa Rica,
And not the stem cell, this fake thing that they're doing here.
I don't know what's the fake thing.
There's something, because when you told me about this, I was like, I think I've heard there's like centers that are, and you're like, that do that here. You're like, oh, it's not the same thing, because what this
Pretty sure it's
is
still
only in
illegal.
Mexico.
Yeah, it's illegal in the United States.
Okay.
Like all the wrong things should be. You know,
So when are you going?
probably with Roxanne whenever her other hip goes
Oh no,
out.
I'm just not going to run.
Oh,
Oh my, and I'm better now.
What if you didn't hurt? Would you still run?
No.
No.
I mean, if the mood would strike me, and I did the other day, yes. Yeah, I mean, it felt good. It felt good to run. It felt good while I was doing it. But my body just had other ideas about
Were
it.
you running away? Did you just steal a pumpkin? Were you running away with the pumpkin?
No, I was just running for the fun of it. And it's funny because a student saw me at yoga the next day and they're like, you ran past my house the other day and I was trying to get your attention. I didn't even have headphones in or anything.
Can't stop.
And I was
Won't
just like,
stop.
I didn't even see them. And I was just
In the zone.
running.
No time for that.
Oh, man.
And I'm sure I have like, there's a proper way to run. And I'm sure
Is
I'm
there?
not. Yeah, you're supposed to run a little bit more on your toes. You're supposed to hold yourself, if you're looking to. I mean, I was just probably flailing
Yeah.
and like lopsided.
Right.
My pelvis sits a little off center as it is. So I was,
Were you like
Going at it.
laughing loudly, giggling?
I
Just
wasn't, but
No?
now I
On the-
would if I did it.
on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you had any, we were talking about injuries. Have you had any major injuries since you've been doing yoga?
I have not.
No. Any
Thank goodness.
smaller injuries? No. Okay.
I feel like I started around the time when we started to become aware of injuries that were happening. So, early 2000s, the 90s or the, yoga craze coming into the 80s and the 90s and, extremes of vinyasa and power vinyasa becoming a thing and Bikram and, all these things and hands-on adjustments and all those things that we didn't realize could maybe cause issues. And so my memory of starting is really having more awareness of like what to do with the wrists, how to distribute the weight, how to do this. But we still did a billion chaturangas. We still did, all those things. That was like the goal to try and make it the hardest practice possible. But I feel like that was around the time where there was more awareness of it.
Yeah. Well, I've got tons of awareness, and I've still injured myself. I mean, I popped ribs out of place doing back bends.
Ooh. How'd you get them back in place? You just
Chiropractor.
She went to Mexico, got some stem cells.
I went to a chiropractor.
Did it.
Yeah.
Did that hurt when they put it back in?
I've done it more than once.
Is it the same rib?
No.
Different ribs.
But I mentioned it, and it was probably had to do with the running too, but my pelvis sits lopsided and catty. And so yoga actually helps me stay more balanced. If I'm not doing it, I'm not well in my low back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was in doing extreme yoga for a while.
Right.
But even not in the extreme, I mean, I feel like, I've got a bunion on one foot that hurts when I spend too long in a high lunge. Like,
right.
I just, I'm 51 at this point. Like,
yeah.
And I had a wrist injury that I had for almost a year. I went to an arm balance workshop that I had to do I did all of the arm balances on my back, like mimicking them, the shapes on my back. And I had a job at the time that was bringing a lot of stress to my life, emotional stress. And as soon as I quit that job, my wrist pain went away. So, I think that I can know a lot, and it doesn't mean my body's necessarily on the same page as my head necessarily.
True.
So that's great. I mean, that's amazing. That has not been my experience.
But also with extreme yoga, like what the goal was that, it looks so different. We looked at Yoga Journal, and the cover of it were almost contortionists or gymnastics. And like, that's the goal. Or if you saw old pictures of Iyengar, like that's the goal. That's what we're doing. You need to do this. And, this back bend is fine, but can you get to Kapotasana? Can you do this? Can you do that? It's like there's a peak pose that we want you to get to. So even if you had a beautiful back bend, you were probably thinking, I got to do more. I got to do this. I want to one day get to this because they told me if I do it 1 billion times, I'll get to it. Well, guess what? A lot of bodies aren't going to go there.
Yeah.
But we have this idea, and now we have it in Instagram and social media and, kind of performative yoga, and it's beautiful and there's benefits to it, but it's also like this comparison of I'll never be able to do that.
Yeah.
So why should I even try? You know, this whole thing of people not wanting to try yoga because they're not flexible.
Right.
Yeah. Because that's what they've been told.
Yeah.
That's the reason we do it.
Have you ever done Ashtanga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you still didn't have any injuries.
I think I don't push my, I don't know. Like I learned the primary series. I don't know if I ever went through the secondary, knowledgeable of it, but
that's great.
I didn't feel the need to accomplish it all.
Yeah. That's great.
How about you?
I wouldn't say that I was a regular Ashtangi at all, but yeah, I mean, I've heard a shoulder and Ashtanga.
I've never heard of it being called Ashtangi. I was an Ashtangi. I like that.
I don't know. Maybe I
kind of want to do
it
now just to be called an Ashtangi.
I don't think I made it up, but maybe I did.
I mean, that makes sense.
It probably exists.
I don't know.
I can't retain a lot
One of those
here.
things that I've downloaded that I don't know where I heard it. I could have made it up.
It's mostly empty up there.
I don't really have any in St. Louis. I remember trying to look it up, and there was some people that offered.
There is one on the hill. No, it's in Shaw. And I know that she runs my program out of there. She does lead and more of the Mysore where it's self-led. And it's out of an existing studio. And it's called
Brick City?
No, it's in Shaw, I think.
I see St. Louis Ashtanga Yoga.
Slay. That's what it's called.
It's called Slay?
SLAY. Well,
you're
St. Louis
Gary.
Ashtanga Yoga.
Okay.
So Slay shows up on the 6th result as their Facebook page. We should talk to them about SEO a little bit. They could probably crush it.
But Ashley, I know, runs that. who I've known for a long time, and she is a gifted teacher as well.
All right, so I've never taken one of those classes. What do I need to know going into it?
We'll go to a lead one rather than
send him to the Mysore.
To the Mysore. So when I had practicing yoga, I had a teacher that was teaching Ashtanga there and had both lead and Mysore, and we had the descriptions, but people didn't read them. You show up for a Mysore class and it's self-led, so it's you're working on the primary series
by yourself that you already know in order,
and the teacher's walking around helping you go further in your practice. A lot of hands on.
How do you spell Mysore?
just like my
Mysore, and it's from Mysore, India.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thinking something else.
Yeah. Mysore. Yeah, no.
It's gonna be sore.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. No, but I mean, it is a very disciplined practice. You wake up early every morning and practice this really challenging sequence.
Music or no music?
I'm going to guess no music, but you could probably do music.
The poses don't look too different from what you know. Like you start with the sun salutations, but it's 5 of A and 5 of B.
There's a lot of seated, and do you teach a ton of seated?
No.
Because seated's hard. Mm-hmm. I mean, you need to have some flexibility in your hips and to be able to move into it. And there's a lot of seated binds, forward folds, twists that my body
all the Janyus, all the Marichias, it's, so you'd have like your foot on your left thigh in half lotus and then bend it up and then bind it and then do this and like, You know, we think about a shoulder stand one day or a headstand one day or then take it into full lotus legs and then come into us.
Do you teach shoulder stand?
I do.
Okay. Do you prop people up for it? No. Mm-hmm. Like when I was taught shoulder stand, it was taught to prop people up on blankets to give them more lift so that they can keep that curve in there. Mm-hmm. Have you ever read the books, The Science of Yoga?
I know of it. Yeah.
So I used to do and teach shoulder stand a ton, and it talked about like how shoulder stand is so dangerous and people were, and my neck, I have a jacked up body apparently, but my neck
jacked up everything.
But I don't have a natural curve in my neck, like most people do. Mine actually goes the other way. And so shoulder stand never felt good for me. And I had teachers that would tell me it's because you're not doing the right engagement. You're not doing it right.
Yeah.
And I finally saw x-rays of my neck, and I have no business being in a shoulder stand, but I was doing it and it didn't feel right.
Yeah. So plow pose, same.
Mm-hmm. Same. Yeah. Anything that caused that my natural neck already goes out. Mm-hmm. So I have to do the opposite. I 2-3 times a week will roll up a yoga blanket and put it underneath my neck to help support the curve. Because the other way, that just, it's painful.
Yeah.
And causes pain down my shoulder blade.
Do you guys ever just go to the chiropractor when you don't need to?
I used to. I don't anymore.
I've never.
You've never been to a chiropractor?
I take that back. One of our lovely
She's like
teachers.
Superwoman. She's like, never been hurt. I don't feel any pain.
I have to tell you, I've never talked to somebody who's never had an injury. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Doing something right.
I hope. Or just luck.
I love it.
Just luck.
You know, and I think that it really is a testament to you being able to listen to that edge. I do remember me being a student, and when people would say, you know, it's one thing to feel uncomfortable and breathe into it. It's another thing to feel pain. Yeah. You don't need to feel pain and breathe into it. I know this in my practice today. I also am not doing extreme yoga anymore because I just don't have the interest in it. I didn't call it extreme yoga in those days either, but that'd be pretty amazing. But where was I going with this?
I think now is time for
breathing through pain.
Breathing through pain. Thank you. I don't think I knew that difference. I think that I was like, I felt uncomfortable, and it was almost so loud for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know, is this physical? Is this mental? Like I had a hard time differentiating.
Yeah. This
So
is what
maybe
I'm
I just
supposed to
came
be
in
feeling.
a little more fucked up than you did. Yeah. Because I
know.
did. I had a hard time, I know, for a while differentiating between those. That's great.
2, 3, or 4.
2, 3, or 4 what?
The number.
Fun fact.
Oh, another 3. I'm an odd number person.
3.
Did you know that the yoga mat was invented in 1982? British teacher Angela Farmer created the first sticky yoga mat by gluing together underlay carpet padding because students were slipping on carpet and rugs. Before this, yogis practiced on animal skins, cotton mats, or just the floor. The commercialization by companies like Hugger Mugger and later Lululemon came in the late 1980 seconds and 90 seconds. Your essential yoga accessory didn't exist 45 years ago.
We've had this conversation. I don't use a yoga mat
With what?
when I practice.
At home? You
Yeah.
don't-
No.
And she makes fun of me for needing a yoga mat
No, I
and
don't.
a padded floor.
I don't make fun
No,
of you.
no, she doesn't.
I didn't know if you meant while teaching or during your own practice. Okay.
I don't, nor teaching.
Yeah. That's impressive with your home practice.
Yeah.
Just you and the
Just
floor.
me and the floor.
Carpet or wood?
Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel it very unnecessary.
Yeah. What about the knees? That's the only thing. I could totally practice
That's Gary's
all
thing.
of that. Thank you. But when I'm practicing at home, or if I want to do a quick demo to make sure it makes sense and I do something, I drop down on my knee, I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
That's the only time when I would like, maybe I want.
And mine is just, it really has been learning how to get the action on it. So I'm not
Yeah.
like on my kneecap. I'm
Yeah.
on the front of my knee.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that I does not.
I mean, when we think about yoga's origins,
Yeah. Yeah.
nobody was hanging out with their Lulu.
No.
No.
I mean, I have a mat.
Yeah.
Because when I go to public classes, it would be very odd for me to show up without a mat and just freestyle it, which I have done in public classes before.
That's so badass.
And
Like,
a little,
no,
but,
I'm good.
But you know, I'm also not looking to like draw. I mean, I can conform.
Yeah.
I have a mat. I can conform.
Are we going to allow students to have mats in our traveling circus
Yes, of
cult?
course.
Okay. All right, good.
The knees. Everybody's got to take
The
care of their
knees.
knees. What's your mat?
It's Lululemon, but that's all I can tell you.
Okay.
It's heavy.
You like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just heavy.
Let's talk about mat hygiene.
Sure.
I'm not the person to ask about that.
She's like, I haven't seen a mat in 10 years.
No, I have a mat, but I also don't clean it.
Yeah.
Me neither. Okay, good.
But people do.
I don't. Probably as much as I should.
People very much do.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it's extremes. Maybe they're on that side and we're on the other side.
I air it
okay.
out. I hang it
okay.
up in the garage.
Yeah. Oh, and a little spray.
I mean,
A little spray.
no.
I don't.
should. I use. I
I have a towel that I'll put my face on if I'm going to be on my, like,
Yeah.
I don't let my face touch my nastiness, but my hands and feet can touch it.
How long have you had your yoga mat? What's the?
Before this, I had one for like the last 20 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What did that look like? Was it just
She's fine. She's great.
just getting good?
She's chilling.
Yeah.
And then this one I've had for maybe 2 years. So
All right.
yeah. I think you talked about like not being a consumer, and I feel like that's me. Like I don't know. I don't know what my mat's called. I've got like
Yeah.
one pair of jeans and I'm wearing them.
I'm wearing mine too.
I was talking with my husband the other day. He's like, "Well, you don't like clothes." It's like I like clothes.
Yeah.
I just don't buy them for myself or wear many different ones.
Have you always been like that?
I don't know. I don't know if it was born out of necessity
Yeah.
and the struggle bus.
Yeah.
Or that was just always me.
Yeah.
Because before that it was high school, so I
Yeah.
don't freaking know.
Yeah.
I think it's probably more just me. Because I do like thrifting. My daughter and I thrift
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
We love, that's our thing. So yeah, just keep it real,
And that's the
real
activity.
simple.
Which people like shopping for that same kind of, I have when I was in high school, it would be like friends would go to the mall with their mom, and it was like this bonding. My mom wasn't a big shopper either. She was a garage sailor as well. And I remember my daughter when she was in high school being like, I wish she would go. People don't even go to the malls anymore, probably, do they?
Kind of. They made a little comeback.
Okay. Used to kind of be
they were
an
dying
activity.
for a long time, and now it seems like a little bit. But yeah,
my daughter will not go to the mall. She's like, ooh, I only want to buy secondhand stuff and be good for the environment. And I also don't want to be seen in public.
We were before
with
our
you.
time.
I was like, I will literally buy whatever you want. And she's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
God.
Now my daughter wants to buy cassette tapes.
Yeah.
When we think about like a pendulum swinging back and forth, and it was very cool. I was like, what? Like records I get, vinyls, because we did that, but cassette, girl, do you even know about? Like, it's a struggle. But yeah, they go back because they grew up always being able to have anything at any time, whatever song they want, just hit it, stream it, whatever show. They want that like tactile, feel it, rewind it, take time, like good.
Do they still tape over the thing and record? Do you remember? Did you used to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We were talking like when you had a favorite song on the radio, just waiting for it to come on, and then hitting record.
That's right.
At the right time.
Casey Kasem.
I used to write down like song lyrics and try and sell them at school. They didn't sell.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I had an idea because where else are you going to get song lyrics?
Yeah, right.
I painstakingly wrote down everything to Enter Sandman, and at the lunch hour, you don't want to buy this for 50 cents.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Who was giving
That's
you
a
access
fun
to
fact
Metallica
about you.
back then?
The radio.
Okay, all
Kiss
right.
FM.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Dang.
That was. What did you? You probably tried to sell stuff at school.
Just drugs.
Just drugs. I was gonna say.
Just drugs.
Uh-huh.
I mean, before that, I don't think I was trying to sell anything.
I don't remember anyone selling anything in
You didn't,
school.
like, sell chips.
I remember trading like types of pens, like 5th and 6th grade.
So we went straight from stationery to
Drugs.
is
Yeah,
what we're saying.
it was a slippery
They
slope.
say that about pens.
Pens are the
They're
gateway.
Well, he was putting the drugs in markers.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
So it's not a far leap.
It isn't a far leap. You're like, I see possibilities if we take the ink out.
I can't even imagine. Like, I asked my daughter now, I'm like, all right, have you smoked weed yet? She's like, no one does that. I'm like, I believe her. Like, we don't drink, it's just like, this is great.
Vaping is not a thing.
Vaping, it's a big thing. Not in her friend
That's good.
group. Apparently, unless she's just getting real good at lying, which is also a possibility.
My kids didn't do any of that until they left home. Like they didn't do anything. And my daughter made up for lost time when she moved out.
There's that pendulum.
That's right.
Yeah.
We swung back the other way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty great though.
So, speaking of music, what's your approach to creating the playlist?
Yeah, he was saying that he loves your playlists too.
Aw.
They're great. I mean, just the amount of music that you play that's on my like regular like playing list, like in the car is it's uncanny.
Aw. I love that. What is my approach? So, I mean, it has to be stuff that I love, but I was thinking about this today because like the people that I love are the bands that changed my life, like Radiohead or Tori Amos or the Beatles or Jeff Buckley. I don't play those, but I play ones that maybe came after that have the same kind of soul and heart, and it's songs that I love, but not those ones. I don't know if I just don't want to hear them too much. I don't think so. I think I just wanted to keep those for myself.
Yeah.
I guess.
With the same kind of spirit in the songs.
Yeah. It's anything that I connect with. And I think, thinking back to that studio that I taught at in Vegas a long time ago, she had a mixed CD at that time. And it was the first time I had heard, like, oh, you can listen to this in music. And I don't really remember, or in yoga, what was on there. I know there was a cover of Wild Horses, the Stone song. It was just stuff like that. There was a cover of Depeche Mode. So just different stuff that you hadn't heard before. And I think that kind of stuck because it's kind of similar. So it's indie, but it's soulful. I play some electronic, but not really. More... Yeah, I don't know if I answered any of that question.
No, you
at
did.
all.
That was great. Yeah. What would have to happen for Metallica to come on Soulful Sundays?
I almost did it because my son is a huge Metallica fan. He's 11 years old. He's obsessed. He calls him Papa James. We went to go see him in Nashville. It was it was a huge moment for him. But yeah, I think if it makes sense and if I set it up, it could be anything. I think like I did one of Soulful Sundays was themed about like shine bright like a diamond. And so there was definitely Rihanna on there, and there was not usually a song like a style that I would play. There was the whole Pink Floyd song of that, the whole 12 minutes. We went for it. And so I made sure it was at that point of the flow where it was just like, you guys were tired. You're hot, the poses, and you're just moving through, almost like a little trip. So I think whatever it is, figuring out how would I connect this? What would...
You make a new playlist for every class you teach?
God, no.
Okay.
I was like, no. If I were to start,
I just need to quit. Is what I need to do.
I'm out. I probably have about 20, and I feel like I need some more. And also, I talked about one of our teachers that passed away, Lindsay, and all of her playlists are on Spotify.
Oh,
and I freaking love being able to play her playlists.
Yeah.
Her and I had very similar music tastes, and even now I'll just listen to a random playlist of hers and have no idea that one of the songs that she put on there is one that I listen to now. Like, it's a very strange overlap. I think you'd love the music too. Julie was hilarious with her music. I don't know, because music was so not important to her. She liked music, but it didn't matter what was playing. It was all about the yoga.
That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah. It was all about the yoga. So all of a sudden it would be like 80s, it'd be 70s, there'd be like a weird opera song. Like, Julie, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And so after she passed, I wanted to like honor her and play her some of her music and some of her playlists. And I started listening to them and I was like, I can't play that. Right. I don't know what that is. I don't even know. But you never heard it because
you were so in your practice.
Yeah, you were listening to her. And there's definitely a couple songs there was a Goo Goo Doll song that she would play during a core session. She loved her core. She loved her core work. And the song's like 3 minutes long, and you're just doing bicycles the entire time, supine bicycles. And you would slow down at that part of the song and then speed up back and forth, and it became such a thing. Yeah, you're like, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, no thank you. 3 minutes of bicycles?
Oh. But you didn't know it when it started. You just thought, oh, we're doing like a Julie Funke 5-minute core session. Here we go. Didn't realize it would be probably 3.5 minutes straight of just that, because she had all the cues. She knew what to do.
When I think of her, what I think of is I feel like she was from my experience, just a masterful teacher of teaching ladder flows. And it would be, you'd go through a few rounds and you'd add on and you'd be like toast. Mm-hmm. And then you'd do it again and just add on again. Yep. And it was, but she was so encouraged. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, you wanted to keep going. I mean, The first time I was in Ekapada, an arm balance, Kundinasana 2, was from her. Yeah. And I didn't think that I could do it. These stories, like, I don't have that upper body strength. I don't have that core. But she had sequenced it so well and had us prepping it over and over and over again. She's like, just try. And I was like, oh, God. Well, she stopped saying try. And then,
your body had learned something through those flows. Yeah.
Yep. And then I was up. So... special.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you love about teaching most?
Oh boy, that's a hard question. I think I can't think of anything else that I would rather do. It's hard because I don't even know what else I would do if it wasn't this, because it just feels so much like a part of me. Mm-hmm. It's part of my personal evolution as a human. Constantly learning and also connecting with others, getting to know everybody in the room. I want to know your name. I want to know what's going on with your family. I want to celebrate with you. I want to be sad with you. It's those two things. It's me as a human that I get to like live and grow and evolve and change. And at the same time, I get to connect with others and do that with them and see progress and see emotions and see breakthroughs and be there for them. But at the same part, like, I am pretty introverted. So here's this introvert in this very extroverted position. And then I go home and I just be with my little family.
Yeah.
And I just chill You know, it's
I consider myself an introvert as well.
I wonder how many yoga teachers are.
I describe myself as an extroverted introvert because I can be extroverted, but it is draining for me. I definitely recharge by being alone, and I need more alone time than most people do.
Yeah.
Not most people, than extroverts do.
I love it. I've always loved being by myself.
Me too. I always say I'm my favorite person to be around. Funniest person I ever met.
Go to restaurants, go on
Yeah.
road trips.
Yeah.
But really, like, that's who you have at the end of the day. You might as well enjoy that person.
Right.
That's what we teach.
Yeah.
Right? Liking yourself at the end of the day. You spend most of your time in your head, so make it a really good place to live. Yeah. What about you? What's your favorite part of teaching?
Teaching, it is watching people drop into their practice. Like I can see it when it happens, where they get out of here and just in the moment. And when you can be in the moment without bringing in a bunch of extra stuff that doesn't need to be there, I think that's where the magic lies.
Oh, yeah.
And so when I can see that happening, I also appreciate people where they are on their journey, and not everybody is ready to drop in. For some people, it is purely physical. Sure. And I love leading those people as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And providing that space for it.
Yeah.
I usually, so do you offer like time to set an intention for class?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I might say, like, if it's Soulful Sunday, talking about the theme and where it might be related to physically. And if you want to keep it purely physical and think about that and breathe into that, absolutely. If you want to add this element, great. If it's none of that, perfect. I don't, this is your practice.
Yeah.
It's whatever it is that you want.
Yeah.
There was something else I was going to add, and now I don't remember. It doesn't help.
That's how it happens. You blank.
Oh, it was about dropping in. Yeah. I think it took me a long time to realize that, and I don't know why, because that's why I started. But I think a lot of the bodies, a lot of the people in the room, most, if not everyone, are healing, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're all humans healing, trying to figure it out with no answers. And a lot of times you see it quite acutely. Like,
Absolutely.
that person is going through something, or this person is celebrating something, or, we're all healing, whether it's something tiny, something big. That's what the room is there for. I always think of Harry Potter, that room of... You don't know wizards? What is it called? It's the room for whatever you need. So or the mirror. So you walk in the room and the mirror it's whatever your soul needs at that point. It's the room of, we're going to have to look it up.
We'll look it up.
And that's what the room is. And it changes. It changes every time. So every time you walk in that room, it might be something like, all right, I just want to open my shoulders today. Or it might be, I need to really let go of that person that pissed me off 2 days ago, and I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a practice, because it's not like, I mean, you still get pissed at people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still going to happen. Right?
That's not
right.
Yeah. Life's still life's.
We can't change what happens to us, right? It's just how we react to it.
Yeah.
The Hall of Mirrors?
Maybe. Sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Like, did you ever read the Viktor Frankl book? Like, I don't have any words anymore. Meaning of Life, something like that. So he was a Holocaust survivor. And I mean, one of my favorite quotes in there is just about this kind of pause that you have. And that pause is where you can choose your response. And that is our power as humans.
Yes.
There's a moment, that's it. There's a moment between stimulus and response.
Yeah.
And if we can figure out how to almost like slow down that time and just pause, there's power in that pause so that you can figure out your response. And we're so like trained. We talk about neural pathways, right? We're so trained of like, this happens to me or samskaras, and then I go this way and this way 1,000. I've gone that way 1,000 times to anger, to whatever it is. How can I slow it down and go the other way?
Yeah.
Just letting yoga be that pause. So I know you've said that you, like, when any kind of like big serious questions, you go to humor or deflect or something like that. But
I've never said that.
No, not you. Not you.
No,
not this guy.
Yep. I've said that.
In your practice, do you feel like you have that kind of healing?
If it's not too active and my heart rate isn't up, yeah. And especially in meditation, if you're sitting there for 45 minutes just meditating.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm writing stand-up. I'm writing jokes that I'm hoping that I can remember by the end of, and I'm like, I'm just waiting to get somewhere to write it down at the very end of it. It's just really letting your mind wander into a place and being stuck. Like not having the ability to go anywhere else, not having the ability to pick up your phone.
Yeah.
That's magical. And it's definitely part of the reason why I do yoga.
Yeah. So you like to let your mind just go free.
Yeah. I mean, that's meditation for me. I'm not trying to quiet anything. I'm trying to actually bring all of the characters out at once and have them
And
talk.
you entertain them?
Oh, yeah. I
So
let them do
all
whatever
the
they
shit
want.
that you've been trying to quiet down.
Yeah.
That's your time to like
bring it to the surface.
I mean, that's how you described meditation.
It does. Yes. But unlike that, I don't try to hold on to any of it, or I try not. I mean, I notice all of those things coming up. I realize how loud my mind is, but meditation isn't unless I'm doing like a contemplative on purpose, trying to chew on something, it isn't my time to try to figure anything out. It really is my time to remember, for me, that I can have that moment of being okay. I can have a pause in the middle of whatever's going on, that I can still have peace in the middle of that. Yeah. And then what happens is I don't actually know if this ends up quieting down or just it gets so faded into the background when it's a good sit that it gets faded into the background that it's just a little less loud. But I mean, I think you get to do what works. Like you get to do what works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
It all depends on what's going on in your life too. Like you might need to address something that you're going through, whether it's serious, whether it's relationship, whether it's family, work.
Yep.
That all influences your state of meditation.
Sure does.
What comes to mind. So
sure does.
Every time is actually completely different.
Yep.
So having no expectation of what you are trying to do is actually my expectation.
Yes.
Whatever happens.
Yeah.
That's great.
You're just going to sit with it no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
And hopefully laugh.
I think that's the same thing I'm doing. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. As a teacher that takes classes, do you find it hard to get out of teacher mode when you're a student? Like thinking of what they're doing, thinking of what's next, looking around? No.
Used to.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that do you?
Half and half. It's like I notice it, but it's very different.
Yeah. I think that I used to get a little bit more hung up on like, oh, this is being done. I really like it. I have to remember that.
Right. Yeah. It's not a judgmental thing. It's just
I want to remember that.
I do watch the bodies a lot because I don't get to do a lot as teaching as much as I'd like to. I want to just see what's happening because I can't really stare at people like that.
Yeah. Oh, I stare. Yeah. I'm a creeper.
That's why you guys get along.
That's right. We are creepy.
Yes.
So one of the limbs of yoga, pratyahara, am I saying that right? Mm-hmm. So this is essentially what I was focusing these micro retreats on, right? And the way that I interpreted it was a little bit different, and a lot of people have been like, you're not doing it right. You're not thinking about it right. So the translation of this, I think in like a very basic sense, is like starving your mind or starving of something. And a lot of people interpret this, and a lot of it's written about, is starving your mind of like external noise. So a lot of people interpret that as being complete silence. There's no such thing as complete silence. Yeah, sure. Even in silence, that could be the loudest thing possible. And for me, the way that I've like interpreted that as pratyahara is I'm going to starve your mind of the outside world and completely drown you in a whole sound and vibration that doesn't exist outside of here, that will make you focus on that one thing and starve your mind of everything else out. So complete different approach to that limb of yoga. That was my intention with layering music and layering vibrations and sound.
Right.
And a few people were like, "No, you're not doing this. Is not. I was like, "Well, that's
Okay,
fine.
well, then don't come.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah, fine.
right.
Okay, cool.
I think all the time, if you're not a fan of my teaching or of my classes, there's so many other great teachers.
Right.
And
You're not going to be everybody's favorite.
no, and you will be able to people will find somebody who does resonate with them,
Yeah.
you know?
And you can find interpretations to back your point, whatever your point is. So if that's their point, they're going to find 5 things out there that prove their point.
Sure.
You know, we'll find what we're looking for. And, you know, the interpretations, it's a very hard language to interpret. And it could have, each word could have 5 meanings. And if it's that meaning, then that could mean it this way or that way. Or, you know, like they're called sutras for a reason. Like they're threads kind of put together verbally that we think.
Right.
We're pretty sure this is what they meant by using those words together.
Well, and there's so many different interpretations of them. So what one person thinks,
Right.
you know, depending on what version you read.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very much objective as to what you've read, what your experience is, what you think they probably mean by that. You know, it's what I'm saying is you're doing great. You're doing great.
Thank you.
I agree.
I think you could be pretty high up in the cult right off the bat.
Ooh.
No ground level.
Oh.
What do you think she could be like right
Straight
off the
up.
bat?
What do you mean? Could be.
So like,
This isn't going to be layered.
There's
it's
gotta
not a
be-
hierarchy.
There's
Nope.
got to be some sort of responsibility.
I don't think so. I
Who's gonna-
don't want a
so
hierarchy.
Complete chaos. Responsibility.
Isn't it all chaos anyway?
Not hierarchy.
Isn't it all
responsibility.
chaos?
Because the last guest I think was going to be in charge of the uniforms, right? We all got to do
Was she?
something.
Okay.
Wow. You got to pay your dues here.
Yeah, I mean everyone's going to have to do something. What would you do in a cult if we started one? That was a mobile cult.
Cooking.
Okay, there we go.
Because then if I don't like you, you're out.
There you go. No soup for you.
Assassin
Poison.
cook.
Poison.
Assassin cook.
Yeah, you're
Assassin.
bad. You're bad for this
Damn.
group. You're out. No, but I
at
like
me
to
funny.
take care of
Yes.
people. So and then we could just
Which limb of yoga is that?
not the nonviolent one. It's not that one.
Delicious one.
I mean, it's truth. It's satya.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
just gonna live my truth. And
That's right.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
There you go.
It's not on me. It's on you for being mean.
Yep.
But no, I like to take care of people and nurture
Yeah.
people. So we would
Cooking.
We'd have some. Yeah, we'd have some good food.
I mean, I don't even know what I would like. What's my job in this cult?
Karate chopping people in the throat for not falling in line.
I will be entertainment. I'll dance for people.
Jazz hands.
Yes.
Jazz
A little
hands.
mime. What are you doing?
I don't know.
He's orchestrating
The
it all.
ringmaster,
Yeah, he's the
the
ringmaster.
ringleader.
Taking notes. Just silently
Oh
judging.
yeah, I'll be journaling.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I'll be the secretary.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You write it down.
I'll write it down
I'll film it. You
on
write it
paper,
down.
and then I'll go copy it for everybody.
I'm coming up with the facts. Which
Where is this? It's traveling.
traveling. Yep. It's a big mobile tent she's gonna get with the flooring, which we're still up in the air about.
We're gonna have
whether-
a large vehicle that we transport this in. So we're traveling circus.
Sure.
It makes more sense if you could have listened to the unreleased 2 episodes that are leading up to this. This is just an
I think I've
ongoing
pieced
bit.
it together.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
just a bit
Yeah.
that we're building.
Yeah. I think it sounds great.
Yeah.
Have you been arrested?
I have not.
She's never been injured. You think she's been arrested?
Right. You know what? They probably do go hand in hand.
Yeah. 100%.
I think
But she did live in Vegas. This is lots not
Well,
checking out here.
I think because I grew up with it, right? So if you go
Oh,
to
I grew up with it too.
you go to the grocery store and there's slot machines everywhere and it just becomes so normalized. Like the gambling is everywhere, the strip clubs are everywhere. It takes away from the novelty and the excitement of it when you see what it looks like at 7 a.m. or whatever it is, or you just grew up there. You know, it's like, I know it's not the same, but how often do we go down to the Arch? I know that's not the same as a strip club, but
Sure.
it's always there. So why?
Art strip club.
Same. I mean,
Yes.
breast, single breast. Never look at it the same.
I was thinking butt. But
I thought it was funny when you said 7 a.m. I had a friend who was a dancer, and she was saying that for a long time, like they wouldn't take her off the day shift.
No, honey, no.
And she wanted to work nights so bad, and they wouldn't take her off. She did eventually end up working nights, but
so
just
good.
your day.
You're just so good during the day.
We need you during the day.
We need strong people during the day. We can't have you on at night.
Yeah.
No. But then she eventually.
She did eventually.
I definitely did some things I could have been arrested for.
Oh, like what?
Silly things.
Statute of limitations is probably over.
Silly things. I mean, that when we think about like guardian angels and whatnot, this was a quick little story. Right after mom died, spiraling, high school party, which I didn't really do.
Yeah,
like
that's a tough
here's the introvert in
time.
me. Like I'd much rather like steal some bottles of wine and hang out with friends at our house versus like house party was like the last thing. Anyway, go to a house party. Some girl is being ridiculous out in the street, and so the cops get called. They come out and they're like, all right, everybody go out. Somebody runs back where we are, and they're like, either you got to jump the wall or you go out with your hands up. And I was like, I feel like going out with my hands up. This sounds exciting to me. So I go out with my hands up. So they get us against the car. They pat us all down. They get everybody's IDs to write down tickets for underage drinking. He comes to me. I don't have mine. It's in the car. And I was like, it's over in the car. And he just looks for it. And he's like, it's fine. You're all right. Like,
Because you came out with your hands up.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm being I don't know. So then next, your parents get called. I'm like, oh, my dad is going to lose it. So I give him my dad's number. He calls. I hear him talking, and he's going to come get me. This is like 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done for. So we're waiting. This car pulls up with a woman with blonde hair in a white SUV. And she's saying something to him. He's looking at me, and he's like, okay, come on over. So I go over there, and we're just looking at each other. And the officer's, giving, oh, she's a good kid. She's just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And she's like, uh-huh. And so then he leaves. I'm like, hi, who are you? Never met this person. Like, did my dad call somebody, like a coworker, to come get me? Or else he would kill me. And so it turns out the police officer dialed the number wrong. He was one number off. Instead of instead of 96, he called 95. The number he called, her son's girlfriend's name was Regan. So she thought she was coming down to pretend to be the son's girlfriend's mom.
Holy cow.
So she'd take you home?
I just got in my car and left. Yeah. I didn't think I had like half a Heineken or something. She left, and the officer was gone, and so I just got in my car. And I mean, it's just like one of those things where like all those things. Why did I go with my hands up? Why did he let me off easily? Why did he dial the wrong number? And of all the names Regan in the world, rare name, and just happens to be that. And then she went along with it. Was she a human? I don't know. Because who knows what trajectory that would have taken my life down if my father had. So stuff like that where like.
Is that when you started believing in aliens?
That is when I sold my soul.
You sold your soul to aliens?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you do.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
I don't think they want mine.
Hierarchy.
No one's ever asked me for mine.
You just give them cavities.
I do have a lot of cavities.
Body cavities.
Dang.
All right.
Regan.
Wow.
What? This is a PG-13 show? Regan?
That's what I had to give them is my soul. I don't know what you're giving them. So yeah, stuff like that where I can count, where I was doing some stupid shit and just luckily.
I feel like that has been a good portion of my existence.
Mm-hmm. Have you been arrested?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Mm-hmm. You'll have to listen to a couple episodes ago we went into. Actually, we did not get into yours.
Yeah, no, we did.
No, Gary.
Time for a soundbite.
It sounds like we're in for a fast fact.
Okay, more than one?
Did you know that yoga teacher training programs are completely unregulated?
Illegal.
The 200-hour registered yoga teacher certification from Yoga Alliance is not a legal requirement to teach yoga anywhere in the US or most countries. Yoga Alliance is a private trade organization, not a government regulatory body. Standards for what's taught vary wildly. and most training programs include minimal anatomy, kinesiology, or injury prevention training. A 2016 systematic review in the Orthopedic Journal of Sports Medicine noted the lack of standardization and injury prevention training.
So they talked about injury and there too, which is what we had talked. And one of the things that, while I do teach alignment, and you were talking about, ways to really root, shoulder alignment and chaturangas. I'm really big on alignment, but I really try to stay away from the verbiage, and it's purely because it was a part of something I was taught, this whole keep you safe thing. And I think that it's great that I do feel like when you're doing a physical activity, especially if you do it a lot, it's a physical activity. You could hurt yourself walking, riding a bike, that you're not going to be completely safe. And we don't need to be scared of our bodies. Yeah. Like, we can take care of our bodies. But anyway, that was not what that was.
I hurt myself sleeping all the time. I wake up hurting, and I didn't go to bed hurting. I wake up, I'm like, what? Damn.
Yep.
Like when you got arrested, did it hurt?
Yes.
Because I didn't
like
forget,
her.
Sir.
So let's define arrested.
Booked. We've already been through this.
You have a record.
Fingerprinted, booked.
So that's the thing.
Because I don't have a record.
I don't have a record.
Oh, I guess I do.
But I can't get TSA pre-check.
Is this the KGB?
No. That's an international problem.
Dear God.
That's the reason why I can't go to a lot of Russian countries.
Okay, so just why can't you get...
This is kind of a long story. You guys in for it?
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready.
So it's the year 2002. Do you guys remember what you're doing? 2002?
Sure do. Yeah.
Just had my second child in 2001.
This is 1 year after 9/11, right? You guys remember 9/11, right?
What'd you do, Gary?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I'm a freshman at the University of Denver. My parents have just dropped me off. Just meet my roommate. We're on the very top level of the dorm rooms. It's the hottest year on record in Colorado. This is when I find out that they don't have air conditioning in Colorado. It's just like, we're hot. Like, he's hot, I'm hot. We're having trouble sleeping. He's right next to me. This is miserable. And I remember being at Safeway. We're like buying groceries, and there's this like freezer of dry ice. And I'm like, okay. I think, and at the time, which I later found out in court, dry ice is a poisonous gas. It's frozen carbon dioxide in a solid state, right? Not really thinking about it, but my experience with dry ice had been seeing like a lot of family members like making these dry ice bombs, right?
When you get custard at Ted Drew's and you get it home, I think they send it home with you with dry ice.
Yeah. So if you put dry ice in a soda bottle, put the cap on with a little bit of liquid, blows the cap off. It's hilarious, right?
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Party tricks galore.
We bought it.
Is it also called a
bomb? Big time bomb. So we were putting it on a Frisbee, and my idea was put it on a Frisbee and just put a fan in front of it, and it was an air conditioner. And we're like, this is great. The room was very tolerable. So we're like 3-4 days into this point, we're no longer waking up sweating. We're having a blast. And then one of the nights, a lot of people drinking, we started putting it in soda bottles. I remember specifically because we had a lot of Jack and Coke. So we had a lot of Coke bottles. We were putting it in there and it was blowing the lids off, right? That's hilarious. It kind of makes a loud noise. Everyone's laughing. Oh, kind of scare a little bit. And then the next day, it continued. We had been like partying like that night, and the next day, probably a group of like 10 people, ran out of Coke bottles. All that's left is an Aquafina bottle, 24 ounce. You know Aquafina?
Yeah.
Think about the Aquafina bottle. What comes to mind when you think about Aquafina? Quality, right? Stick.
Okay.
And later, I found out in court, water bottles don't have false caps, so carbon dioxide buildup.
We're just gonna.
It's not supposed to actually happen, so the lids aren't intended to blow off. So we're looking at this, Aquafina bottle that we'd put. I think it was like the last of it too. We're just like trying to get rid of it, and it's also pretty fun. And it's in the dorm room hallway. And it was like this,
shoot!
dorm room
we took a
hallway,
turn,
right? And that's where all of them were getting let off, like in the hallway. And we're on the very top level of this like 15-story building, and it's like getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like this big at this point, just stretching, and we're all so scared to go near it.
There's nothing you can do at this point.
There's nothing we can do at this point. And finally, after about 20 minutes, it went off, and later found out in court that it created an electromagnetic pulse. It shut down all electronics on like 4 levels, set off the fire alarm immediately. We're instantly in this like cloud. Like I couldn't see you standing right there. It was this cloud of mist that we were in. Fire alarms going off. I later also found out in court, the person sleeping below us it scared him so bad that he fell out of his like dorm room and like hurt his knee, but he was fine. It knocked posters off the wall. It set off a bomb almost an exact year after 9/11.
Oh my gosh!
So we all run. We are all holy shit.
You did not go out with
my
your hands
ears
up.
are ringing. My ears are ringing, and we leave. No one knows what the fuck's going on. Like, what the fuck was that?
You're like, I have no idea.
No idea, but I think it's on the top level.
What was there?
I think it's on the top level. So the fire trucks come, ambulances come. They're trying to figure it out. By the time they get there, there's no smoke. There's no fire. There's no evidence of really anything, minus probably the bottle that they found. And they're just like, what the fuck is going on? And who knows who ended up saying something, but someone said something. And then finally it all kind of got back to all of us. And then they started like searching for us. And like there was a lot of us that were like trying to stay hid. It took them 3 days to get me.
Wow.
So I technically didn't I ended up having to turn myself. I remember like the very last night of
They were looking for you.
Yeah, being on the run. I was one of the last people left. I was at a house party. Police come into the house party on what's called High Street, which is like
You were hiding and you went to a house party.
Oh yeah, thinking it was just gonna go away.
Yeah.
Now they had my name. They knew where I slept. I wasn't even sleeping in the dorm room. It was like, oh fuck, they're gonna get me. So yeah, finally turned myself in, and I was like, yeah, I was just honest. I was just like, I was scared. Never technically got arrested.
Yeah.
But I got charged big time.
So you can't get TSA pre-check.
I got kicked out of the university, suspended before class even started.
Wow.
Before my parents even got home, I had to call them and be like, I got kicked out of. So I was my parents hadn't even gotten home to St. Louis yet from dropping me off. And I remember I called my sister Becky first. I was like, Becky, can I come live with you? She lived in Albuquerque. And she was like, I'm on my way. And she came up and got me and picked me up. And then I told my parents, I was like, I'm going to be suspended, I think, for a quarter. I'll make my way back. So I got back to the University of Denver. Still graduated early, so I just busted my ass and made sure that I didn't get in trouble again. I don't think
And now your daughter's going to try and apply there.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe we should change the name here.
Yeah, but then from then on out, I was pretty infamous. Like, if you're the dry ice bomber, I was like, yeah, I'm the dry ice bomber.
Oh my
Wow. So how many others were charged?
There was a handful of us that all got suspended.
Okay. Were you the worst? Like, did you get?
Yeah, because it was my idea. Like, I went and got dry ice. Like, most of these kids were coming from like California, Texas. They're like, "What the fuck's dry ice?" I barely knew what it was,
Right,
and what it, like, I didn't even know it was a poisonous gas. And like
The dry ice bomber.
you put dry ice
We
in
were
your
with
room.
The dry ice bomber.
Like, we breathe oxygen, not carbon dioxide. So like, it was the judge was just like, "Yeah, this kid didn't know what he was doing because he put a poisonous gas on a frisbee." that
was breathing it in.
It did cool the room, but luckily enough, the window was open. So
Wow.
I didn't kill both of us.
Oh my gosh.
So did you have community service? Do you have to pay a fee?
I was went to trial for a while, tried to, like, my lawyer, I also lied in court. I was just like, I wasn't really a part of this. I shouldn't have done that. So it got to the point where, like, we're going back and forth with trial, and finally just had a plea deal.
Okay.
It was a deferred judgment is what it was. So judge was just like, "Oh, you've never been in trouble. If you're good for a year, you're not going to have anything on your record." I was like, great. But then fast forward like 15 years, try to get TSA pre-check. They're like, no.
Nope.
Got the word
That's
bomb on
never
it.
right. That's never going
Bomb?
anywhere.
You're the dry ice bomber.
So is this like an inside joke in your family, in your circle of friends? Like, does anybody call you like bomber?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not bomber, but
I am.
dry ice bomber. Yeah.
I am. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Right.
Looking
gonna be a
great,
new
bomber.
name. When you sign
I
up for
see your
class,
Warrior
that's going to
3.
be your name.
Yeah.
Bomber's kind of a cool name.
Not Jack Down.
So you're. I was
Bomber.
gonna say you're.
I'm Jack Down. And this is Bomber.
Halloween next year is going to be lit.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's not in charge.
No pun intended.
That's right.
See what we did there? Wow, that's great.
Does it work?
Have you been watching like Unabomber
No.
documentaries?
Did it just come out?
No. That
I
was
don't know
cool.
much about that guy. I try to stay away from that. I'm like, oh, just brings a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I remember those days. Flashbacks.
Yes.
That's why he comes to yoga, guys. He's got to get over his bombing days.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get to live in the dorms again. I had to live off campus when I came back. It was rough out here. You know?
Nobody would live with you.
No, I found people pretty
Your
quick.
pictures up at the grocery store.
I found people pretty quick.
Do not sell this man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dry ice.
Yeah. I never touched it. I haven't touched it again since then.
Well, I have some.
Really?
No.
With you?
And got that in my back pocket too.
Here, guys.
I think about it a lot, you know?
Wow. Took a turn.
That's a great story.
That's
a great story.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to end it.
Well, wait, I wanted to ask another question.
Oh, yeah.
On that fun fact that he did before, have you ever been a part of a teacher training, led one?
I have not.
Is that something you'd be interested in? Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Yes.
Just curious.
Maybe you guys should team up.
No, I don't want to. I have no interest.
Well, not with that attitude, you don't.
No, I get to make the decisions for myself.
That's right.
No, I personally don't. But I was just curious if it was something, since you're so passionate, you're obviously gifted. I have not been to, what is your other schedule like? I teach on Sunday mornings also.
It varies. So Tuesday morning is like a 60-minute true flow. So it's a structured class, vinyasa class. Wednesday evening is a vin yin. So half vinyasa, half yin, which is a nice little hybrid. Friday, 4 p.m. at 4:30, it's like a 45-minute power vinyasa. Kind of different things be bopping around. Sunday afternoon is yin. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And then subbing, all the things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to be part of a teacher training, I think.
Well, you just put it out in the universe, so it's going to come at you.
Ooh, she winked at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get wings?
Never. She's
know,
never
that
winked
was-
at me.
Oh, it's powerful.
It's going to
Right?
happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that if it's something that you're interested in and you obviously move people in the way that you move people are going to want what you have, and they're going to want, your expertise leading them.
Oh.
So yeah, you just manifested it.
I think it's, knowing the yoga world as long as we have in these long days. But seriously, for that long, you learn a lot. It goes through a lot of changes, and you start to kind of weed out what is important, what's not, what makes sense, what, talking about safety and not, and just, just knowledge from experience.
Your experience.
Yeah. Wisdom, I should say, right? The difference between knowledge and wisdom. But yeah, all the things.
Does True Fusion, I haven't seen any announcements about a yoga teacher training out of
We
that
haven't
class.
since mine because it was COVID, and then haven't gotten back to one. So
Are there any rumblings?
There's some rumblings, yeah.
Does it
There's
just
some
take
rumblings.
one person to like take the lead and make it happen?
Kind of, yeah. And there are some, we talked about what Yoga Alliance is and what it's not, but
Do you have your 300? Neither do I.
nope.
Do you have an interest?
No.
Neither do I.
When all 300s and all 200s are so different, I've heard so many people talk so differently about what they did to get their 200.
Yeah.
What is it like?
I think
You know,
if there was a particular 300 hour that I was moved to, I would
That's the thing.
I would do it, but I'm not just going to do it
Right.
just for some
Yeah.
Yoga Alliance.
And I know you're not on Instagram, but that is where I see different people and different passions and different things I never would have thought of. But there still isn't somebody that I was like, that's
Yes.
who I want to spend 6 months learning
That's right.
from. And there's nothing wrong with them.
No.
I want to connect to them.
Yes.
I want to feel like, oh, that's something I've never seen before, done before. I want to,
Yes.
like,
I want what they're teaching.
you want a mentor. You want
Yes.
somebody that
A teacher.
because when you get your 200 hour, that's covering most of the basics, right? Everything you need. It could be kind of cookie cutter or not. You want to still find one that fits your own energy and things you want because they do vary so much. But 300 hour, that's when I feel like, are diving into who do you want to become next and what do you want to do? What do you really want to learn about? What do you really want to get into anatomy or this or that? Or are you just doing it to move up in the world? I heard that you can lead a teacher training if you don't have your 300 if you have taught a certain number of hours.
Yes, I've heard that as well.
Yeah. And so I looked it up. Like I
Yeah.
qualify.
Yeah.
I'm sure you qualify.
Yeah.
So we got that going for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Would you rather take a 300 from 10 different teachers where they're each maybe like 1 week each and then they leave, they're a specialty,
Interesting.
or one person the entire time?
I think 10, just because 10 different humans, 10 different experiences, unless it's the one that like, you're like, that's my mentor.
Yeah. Then you'd be like, I wish that I had them the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying they have to be like a god or goddess for me
Yeah.
to want to be, but
No.
you want someone that,
Speaks to your heart.
that you connect to. So I would go with the 10 for that reason, just because
Yeah. I think I'm probably.
spice of life.
Yeah.
Have you done your training? Yeah.
At Yoga 6.
Yeah.
And when DePere was still open, I did it there with Kelsey.
Okay.
So we just had one teacher though, and I remember the whole time like thinking there should be more than one person
Yeah.
facilitating this. Kelsey's an amazing teacher.
She's
It was just
amazing.
there
She
was
has led
so
a lot of
much to
trainings,
do,
yeah.
and there was just like assistants like that needed to like help set up and
They have two
It was
this
just-
time. Andrea and Lucy are doing it together.
yeah. I
that.
mean, I think it's at least a 2-person job.
Yeah.
Teaching,
Our four were
planning and-
very different personalities, very different. And so like Michelle was our philosophy, and she was like, love philosophy, and almost had a hard time like explaining philosophy to us because she knew so much and was like, how do I start to slow it down and break it down so that you get it right? And then like Lindsay was anatomy, and Jessica was signature, and Julie was vinyasa. And so it's just like we had 4 very
Yeah.
different people, which was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I've been collecting 200-hour training manuals from around the internet, and I have this massive collection of them
Okay.
because I'm interested. Like I come from a
yeah,
teaching,
yeah.
In the creative arts.
That's right.
And I was interested. Like I was interested when I was going through that YTT. Of like, what are other classes like? So I started like sourcing them. Some from the dark web that shouldn't have been accessible. Just finding them and piecing together these PDFs of like, what's different. They're all so different. They're all so different.
And yet
it-
they all have to fit these same criteria to get approved by Yoga Alliance.
there's a pretty loose criteria.
right, it's just
that
hours.
It needs to fit to and there was a lot of times like going through the 200 hour, I was like, we just grazed over this massive topic
Yeah.
in like a 4-hour sitting period where I don't remember that much of it when
Yeah.
that could have been the entire 200 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there should be this like whole series of 200-hour trainings, you know, like that are, you go way more in depth on those topics.
Well, there was a teacher training at a studio in Illinois, Moonbird Yoga. And she had me come in for a weekend to teach specifically cueing.
Yeah.
How because I do offer hands-on. Do you do hands-on?
Nope.
I do offer hands-on, but I've had teachers, and especially during COVID, I really worked on this. I've had teachers say, if you can describe it well enough with your words, you don't have to touch them. I don't know that that's
theory.
In theory.
In theory.
But so anyway, I do, this particular training did have different people come in for different weekends to teach on different things. So it was probably very similar to what you're talking about. Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
In theory, like, with a lot
it's just
of different
broken up.
teachers.
Yeah. You want somebody that they've found their little footing, their niche, where that's what they love and that's what they're confident in and are skilled in. And absolutely.
Yeah.
Because according to Yoga Alliance, who created this 500-hour thing, you take a 200 and then you take a 300, but then you say, I got my 500 hour.
Right.
Where do you go after that? There's no more, there's not a 750.
Right.
Like
you can add on.
Is there 1,000?
Yeah.
You know, like, there is.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think it's just
How
by
high does it
adding
go?
on. I've seen an 800 recently in someone's bio. I've seen a 1,000, but I don't know how you get there because you can't just, it all has weird rules. Like you can't just add another 200.
And these are rules
on.
that aren't rules.
Right. Arbitrary. If you just add another 200 back onto your 500, it doesn't count. It has to be so on and so forth. But it just opens up a big thing because we are not licensed. We are not.
No, it's a business.
Yoga
Alliance is a
we are
business.
not licensed, and our scope of practice is very muddied. And it's like, what are we able to do? What are we not able to do? Like when you talk about, when people ask about injuries and this and that, it's like, yeah, it's a whole other world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like maybe that's the solution is becoming a licensed yoga teacher. But what does that even mean?
I was going to say, I mean, I'm not giving medical advice.
No.
Now that attitude, you're not.
No, you love to say that to me.
Wow.
You love it.
Wow.
I actually say it to everyone. It's like one of my two jokes when someone says they can't do something.
Yeah.
No matter what they say,
Right.
if you say
No.
no, that attitude.
But it's not so much of a can't as I won't.
Yeah.
Because I could.
Sure. Yeah. If I were to guess, then this. But no.
Yeah.
Or even speak to it like I think I know.
Yeah.
But I don't. I did not go to medical school.
Exactly. My first question is, have you talked to your doctor?
Yeah. Go ahead.
What does your doctor tell you?
Right.
And then I can maybe guide you.
Oh, you were supposed to be resting?
Oh, we did not do that. Nope. Well, I've seen like pregnancy. That's a big one. You know, injuries, sure. Yeah. That's
now
different.
I will just talk to your doctor.
Yep. Have you talked to your doctor?
But here are the general things for pregnancy.
Yep.
And really only just because they're things that I do know to be true. Mm-hmm. Like our body does release hormones that make us more stretchy, preparing us for childbirth.
That's a fact.
It is.
I can't think of what the hormone's called. It's like Pitocin, but it's not, because that's something different, but it's very similar
something
to
that it gives you. And so you can do things that you couldn't do before, and that doesn't mean that you need to be doing them. Don't do anything beyond just because your body is preparing you for.
Yep.
But as far as like getting upside down and all, I people have their, there's a whole theory that when you're menstruating, you shouldn't get upside down. Yeah.
I just talked about that today.
Yeah.
And it's hard when people are like, well, my doctor said I can't do hot classes anymore.
Yeah.
I can't take yoga anymore, so I won't see you for the next 8 months. Like, oh, okay. Because doctors vary very much on this concept of what they think that you should do and shouldn't do, but it's a whole other world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practicing medicine. If you open
Practicing medicine.
If you open up,
Wow. Full circle.
No one would come.
Wow.
Practicing medicine. in my spandex.
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
Oh my goodness.
No
did
mat,
you
no
watch
anesthesia.
Did you watch that?
We don't need a mat.
And if you get hot, we got some dry ice to blow on you.
We got everything you need, guys. Bring it all in. No frills
Holy
here.
shit. Full
No
circle.
frills. I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end it.
I think that is a good one.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're right at the 2 hour
Thank you
mark.
for coming on.
you,
It was so
guys.
great. Before we end, I hadn't met you until tonight.
Same.
And it was a pleasure to get to know you.
Absolutely.
And
You
I'm
too.
gonna have to make it to one of your classes.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Look at you, Gary, bringing us all together.
Well, it was nice to
Creeper
finally
Gary.
know someone, in the podcast, because
Yeah.
I've been in her seat the last 4 or 5,
Yeah.
which is I love doing that anyway.
Yeah. Great.
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Thanks for being
Thanks
here.
for joining
Thank
us.
you, guys.
Well, that's about all we got for you today. Confucius once said, "The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute, but the man who does not ask remains a fool forever." Of course, he also said a lot of other things that don't help much either. Point is, we're all just asking questions here. Thanks for listening to the Unqualified Yogi podcast. If you want more confusion delivered with intention, head on over to the unqualifiedyogi.com. Till next time, stay unqualified, friends.